Hey guys, for my practicum this semester, as maybe you probably know and have heard during weekly supervisions, has been with Child Protective Services with DCBS through the state of Kentucky. Went for the state agency and state government as a paid option. I think areas that I've improved on the most during this practicum are definitely dealing with tough clients. I was shadowing our intake worker in our office, and that involved initiating cases of sexual abuse, physical abuse, environmental neglect, medical neglect, and two child fatalities. One prior to me arriving, but I was just at the tail end of, and then a review of one that happened about 6, 7 months ago. And areas I improved on that would be, dealing with those tough clients, feeling comfortable going into those situations, being professional and confident, and being able to go into a stranger's home and deal with these accusations and doing the job properly. That would also double down as the most challenging area too, was being in the physical home of these clients in these situations, and you know maintaining personal safety, client safety, and collaborating with law enforcement on that as well was also quite challenging sometimes. They're not always available, and you have to toe the line on is it best to involve them in some situations that may be escalated and they're maybe not 100% involved in. Becomes a lot of judgment calls on that. Other areas that I would say were challenging is interacting with the legal process. A lot of moving parts there. We're not lawyers. You get probably the bare minimum basic training to understand the legal process and what you need, but a lot of it is just um, things you have to firsthand experience, be told, and kind of figure out, especially with the variations between court systems from county to county. Um, no two counties operate exactly the same way, and until you get in the field, start working with the county clerks and the judges, and seeing the way they want things done in their courtroom, even as simple as how they want things filed. Do they want it physically filed at the courthouse? Do they do e-file? Those kind of things are challenging to jump into and figure out. And I would say as well, trying to apply theoretical frameworks that we've got in the classroom. Applying those in the field can be tough sometimes to see how they apply, and it can be tougher to fully understand them, and then also try and figure out, how do we apply this in the field practically in a way that has real world meaning and impact, and we can use to make the lives of our clients better. It's not always a clear cut path, and oftentimes it's not even clear exactly what the path forward is going to be and which applies best and what systems and resources that we should be utilizing. And a lot of that comes from interprofessional collaboration, consultation, getting with your coworkers and supervisor, trying to figure that out. And all that I would say is the most challenging area overall. Just the amount of collaboration that goes in and the amount of gray areas and interpretation that needs to take place of policy, SOP, and frameworks, and the unique circumstances around a client and how we're going to work with them, what they need specifically. Um, from client to client, things are going to be oftentimes different. They're going to have their own needs and circumstances and limitations and resources, and you got to roll that all into your plan and see how we can make it work and see if we can get them involved in the process. Improvements on the course moving forward. I'm not the biggest fan of Tavera. It's a necessary evil, I feel, but I would say going from 390 to 490, kind of finding a more streamlined process, especially for online students, and getting your second placement set up and the paperwork done. There was a lot of confusion on that on the summer, and it wasn't super straightforward. We did get it figured out, but like it could be a little more streamlined, a little more straightforward.